Good afternoon. So, as Nizim said, my name is Valentina. I'm the role Member Service Supervisor. I'm thrilled to be here today, and I really can't wait to share with you the benefits of a UNFCU membership. So, let's get started. Next, please. As most of you probably know, UNFCU stands for United Nations Federal Credit Union. We are a not-for-profit financial cooperative founded by 13 UN staff members back in 1947. As a matter of fact, this year marks our 75th anniversary. We are honored to now serve over 180,000 members worldwide. Since we are a US-based financial institution, all our solutions are in US dollars. We have 3 representative offices in Europe, so Geneva, Rome, where I'm based, and Vienna. We also have representative offices in Africa, and we have full-service branches in the United States. Next, please. So what's the difference between a representative office and a full branch? I would say that the key difference is that at the representative offices, we cannot conduct cash transactions. So we are here to help you make the most of UNFCU's products and services. We can assist you in reviewing your accounts, in applying for a loan, or you can help you open a new deposit account, everything but cash. Next, please. Like our sponsor, the United Nations, UNFCU is committing to building a better world. To this end, we strongly support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, also known as the UNFCGs. The SDGs were launched by the UN in 2015 to address the world's most pressing problems. In that same year, UNFCU launched the UNFCU Foundation with a mission to end poverty. To achieve this mission, the Foundation supports initiatives across the globe that provide healthcare, education, livelihood training, and humanitarian relief, specifically to women and youth. In support of UN SDG number 7, which is affordable and clean energy, and number 13, which is climate action, we are especially proud that UNFCU has remained 100% climate neutral since 2015. And we are also proud to have been an active member of the UN Global Compact for more than a decade. If you want to know more about our impact report, you can visit our website where we share the latest report. We hope that you feel good knowing that your credit union is a good corporate citizen committed to corporate social responsibility. Next, please. So, being a UNFCU member has a number of other benefits, as I said at the beginning. Today, we're going to discuss how UNFCU can help you give you peace of mind. Then we're going to explore the various financial solutions available to you. And then we're going to show you how you can bank anywhere at any time using the digital banking. Next, please. Now there's a big question. How does being a UNFCU member help you keep your peace of mind? Several ways. Next, please. Now, as a member of the credit union, you are part owner of UNFCU. This means that you can vote to elect the board of directors, your choice for the board of directors. Your vote gives you a say in how UNFCU operates. This is very important because the board provides leadership and oversight to ensure that we always remain competitive and resilient to changing economic and market conditions. The board sets our strategic direction. They establish policies that the management and the staff follow in achieving our mission and vision. At the moment, there are 3 positions open for the board for this year, and the candidates were announced, I believe, last week, and the voting will start in April, so be sure to vote for the director of your choice. As part of the UNFCU family, as we like to call it, once you are a member, you will always be a member, even if you separate from the UN, or if you retire, or if you relocate. This means that whatever happens in your life, your account will remain the same. And as a member, your family is also eligible to join UNFCU. And when we say family, we mean your close relatives, which are your spouse, parents, children, grandchildren, grandparents, and siblings. One important point related to the video we just saw, if you designate family members as beneficiaries on your account, please encourage them to join UNFCU because this will make things easier for them during a very difficult time. If you're not a member yet, of course, and you're interested in joining, reach out to us. We'll be happy to guide you through the application process. Next, please. Another way for us to give you peace of mind is letting you know that your money is safe with us. UNFCU is insured by the US government, so should anything happen to UNFCU, hopefully it will not, each account is covered up to $250,000 US, no matter where you are in the world. You can visit our website at the section dedicated to the UNFCUA to know more about this protection. Next, please. Another way that we try to give you peace of mind is by developing educational content that can help you better understand your finances. I believe Max said knowledge is power, so today's financial fair is one example of this. We have also created a library of guides, videos, on-demand webinars on a broad range of topics. These are all posted on our website. So, for example, you can learn how to make digital wallet payments. You can learn how to use your digital banking, how to manage your credit cards, or when it's better to use a debit card for your purchases. We also post responses to the most frequently asked member questions on our website. If you go to unfcu.org/learn, you will find all this free educational content available to you. Next, please. So we talked about peace of mind. Now let's explore the different options, the different financial solutions that can help you achieve your goals. Next, please. As Max explained during his presentation, saving money each month is a critical component of effective financial planning. You should set money aside for emergencies and to realize your life goals. Term deposits, such as share certificates, as Max mentioned, are another great way to save, but they do not allow for unlimited deposits, and I'll go back to this in a few seconds. So let's look at how you can use the high yield savings account and share certificates to grow your money, being that these accounts offer dividends. A high yield savings account is your everyday savings account. So there's no minimum deposit amount to open the account. You can add and withdraw money at any time. However, you will be charged a fee if you make more than 6 transfers from this account in a month. And that is because this is designed to be a savings account with a higher dividend rate than a spending account. So the more money you keep in the account, the higher the dividends you can earn. Share certificates act as term deposits. The term is the number of months your money remains in the account. And UNFCU offers share certificates with terms ranging from a minimum of 3 months to 60 months, 5 years. So like most term deposits, if you withdraw money from a share certificate before the maturity date, there will be some fees applied. So make sure when you open a share certificate, you don't need this money for the length of the term you choose. And keep in mind that normally the longer term certificate will earn you higher dividends, of course. Next, please. So I mentioned a spending account. A spending account is a checking account, and probably in Europe we call it a current account. So there's no minimum amount to open a checking account. And unlike the high yield savings account, you will not incur in a fee if you conduct more than 6 transactions from this account in a month. You can perform unlimited monthly transfers, withdrawals, debit card purchases using the money on the account. Next, please. So speaking of debit card purchases, we receive a lot of questions from members in Europe about the difference between a debit card and a credit card. So your debit card is linked directly to your checking or savings account. Each time you use your debit card, the amount is deducted immediately from your account. So if there's no money on the account, the card will not work. Since using your debit card is like using cash, it's easy for you to track your daily spending. On the other hand, your credit card is not linked to your account. When you use a credit card, you are borrowing the money to pay for your purchase. There's a maximum amount you can owe on your credit card at any one time, and this is the credit limit. Each month, you need to pay back at least a portion of the balance on your credit card by a due date. You can also repay the balance in full. If you pay less than the full amount, you will be charged interest on the amount you owe after the due date. So you will have the option to make a full payment, you pay off whatever you spent, or you will pay a minimum portion of what you spent, but in that case, you will be charged an interest. And every credit card payment you make replenishes your available credit limit. Another difference between credit and debit card is that you can earn points with most credit cards, and of course, including UNFCU cards. So each time you use your credit card to make a purchase, you earn reward points. You can redeem your points for cash, airfare, hotels. And one last very important point is that UNFCU credit card holders are not liable for any fraudulent charge on their cards as long as they report the charges in a timely manner. Both our cards, debit cards and credit card, are Visa cards, but let's look at the cards more closely. Next, please. So, your debit card is linked to the checking or savings account. You can use the card to purchase items as long as you have money in the linked account to cover the cost of the purchase. But you can also use the card to withdraw cash from any ATM machine. By default, the ATM withdrawal limit on your card is $500 per day. However, you can change this limit. You can reduce it to $200, or you can increase it to $500, $1,000, or $1,500 in your digital banking. Now, something important to note is that some ATMs may have a lower limit on withdrawals than the UNFCU limit. This means that we allow you to withdraw $500 per day, but maybe the ATM machine will only dispense, like in Italy, a maximum of 250 euros per transaction. You will just have to make more withdrawals. As I mentioned at the beginning, UNFCU accounts are in US dollars. So when you use your debit card for a purchase or a withdrawal outside the US, Visa will apply a foreign transaction fee of 1% to the purchase or withdrawal amount. A good tip that I can give you to minimize the amount you're charged is to make the purchase always in the local currency when you're given the option. So if the merchant asks you, do you want to pay in dollars or in your local currency, let's say euros, you should choose the local currency, because if you choose to make the purchase in US dollars, you will probably be charged a foreign transaction fee also by the merchant's bank. So now let's take a look to credit cards. Next, please. At UNFCU, we have two credit cards to choose from. We have the Elite card that was recently enhanced, so you can earn more points on selected purchases, and this in addition to the rewards and protection that it has always offered when you travel. The other card is the Azure card, which has also been enhanced to offer more points, more protection for your everyday purchases. So both cards offer up to 3 points for each dollar spent on restaurants and other selected purchases, and the points can add up. Just to give you an example, you can redeem 10,000 points for $100. Just remember that, as I mentioned, you are borrowing money each time you use a credit card. So if you apply for a credit card, the process is similar to the one for a loan application. Next, please. Let's compare the two cards, the Elite and the Azure. So a key benefit of the Elite card is that you don't have to pay a foreign transaction fee when you shop outside the US. So you can shop in any currency without incurring this fee. So if you use the card a lot, this is absolutely a huge benefit. You also receive 5 free passes per year to VIP airport lounges globally. And again, if you travel, accessing a lounge can make your trip more pleasant. Another benefit of the Elite card is that you also access concierge services to help you plan a trip or other activities. The card has a $50 annual fee, but as you see, and I'm sure you agree with me, this is a fair price for all the benefits that the card offers. The Azure card also gives you benefits, everyday benefits, such as price and return protection. Price protection is handy because if you see an item you purchased advertised at a lower price, you can be reimbursed the difference in price. With the return protection, you can be reimbursed if you're not satisfied with a purchase within 90 days and the merchant will not accept it back. Both protections automatically apply to purchases of up to $250 that are made, of course, using the Azure card. Another Azure card benefit is the cell phone protection. With this protection, you can be reimbursed minus a small deductible if your cell phone is lost or stolen. Cell phone protection is available, of course, to card holders who charge their monthly cell phone bill to the UNFCU Azure card. Just bear in mind that not all cellular phone plans are eligible, so you can contact us if you need assistance for this. The Azure card has no annual fee, unlikely from the Elite card. However, when you use the Azure card for purchases outside the United States, you will be charged by Visa a foreign transaction fee of 1%. Next. Yes, there are many other benefits, but in the interest of time, I only covered a few of them. If you're not already a card holder, right now we have a special offer for you. New card holders can enjoy a 0% annual percentage rate just for a limited time. So for new Elite holders, you will save on interest for 6 months. For Azure holders, you will save for 12 months. And also, if you spend $2,000 in the first 4 months, you will receive 10,000 bonus points. And if you remember what I said before, 10,000 points is the equivalent of $100. So this is definitely a good time for you to apply for a UNFCU credit card. So we've been talking about peace of mind, we've been talking about savings, we've been talking about cards and how to use your funds. Let's explore loan options. Next, please. Last year, we launched a new loan application system and combined some of our loans to make it easier for you to choose the loan that is right for you. So the personal loan is a new unsecured multi-purpose loan that we recently introduced. There's a minimal paperwork required if the application is for less than $50,000. And this loan can be used to finance various needs, for example, moving expenses or purchase of new furniture. Another unsecured loan is the education loan. The education loan helps qualified members cover their own education expenses or that of a loved one. And lastly, qualified members that are looking to improve their home can finance the improvements with our home renovation loan. If you want to learn more about loan options, you can visit our website at unfcu.org/loans. Next, please. Of course, we were founded by UN staff members, so we understand the unique needs of the UN community, and we have experience lending to qualified members who relocate frequently and have a very peculiar lifestyle. We don't charge a fee for your loan application. And should you decide to pay off your loan earlier than scheduled, we will not assess any prepayment fee. Actually, we encourage you to pay back your loan as early as you want, so you can save on additional interest payments. To help you plan for the unexpected, the unsecured loans include a free credit life protection. And this means that in the event of your passing, your loan payment will be covered up to $55,000. Next, please. So all these things that I've mentioned, applying for a credit card, applying for a loan, or managing your account, you can do them in digital banking. This is a secure online banking platform that gives you literally control. It's free and it's available to all UNFCU members. if you're not already enrolled in digital banking, please visit our website. There's an enroll section to get started. And then once you enroll in digital banking, you can also download the app on your mobile device to have it always with you. Next, please. So your financial security is our top priority, and we apply various security measures to digital banking. For example, digital banking requires a randomly generated security code in addition to your username and password to log in. And you can receive this code by text, call, email, or the Google Authenticator app. Google Authenticator provides a unique security code every 30 seconds that verifies your identity when you log into your account. It allows you to access digital banking quickly, especially if you cannot receive text message, calls, or emails. I strongly recommend to use this app, which is free, because it works all over the world, even if you don't have internet access. And you can learn more about this app visiting our website. You can also find the link to download the app. Next, please. Digital banking puts you in control. I like to underline this fact. As you saw from our beneficiaries video, you can designate and update your beneficiaries using digital banking. You can also use digital banking to open a new deposit account. You can use it to apply for a loan, for a credit card, to view your statements, and you can even set up alerts so you can be notified of your balances and transactions. And this is very important. Next. You can use digital banking to update your personal information, including email, phone number, address, personal identification. It's extremely important that information we have for you is correct, because missing or incorrect details can delay transactions and essential communications. You don't want to find yourself in a position where you urgently need to access your funds, but because the information is incorrect, you have to wait. So you can view and modify all your details whenever you need in digital banking. We normally recommend as a best practice that you verify the accuracy of your information at least once a month. Next, please. Let's see together card management. So digital banking allows you also to manage and control your credit cards and debit cards. There's a card management section that puts a variety of tools literally at your fingerprints. So if you see the image on the right side of your screen, you will see some of the tools that we offer. So you can know when to expect a new card to arrive to your address with the card tracker. If you lose your card or temporarily are unable to locate it, you have control to lock it to prevent unauthorized use. So this will not interrupt your authorized recurring payments, and you can unlock your card just as easily. You can request a new card if you can't find your card or if it has been damaged. You can reset your 4-digit personal identification number, your PIN code. You can notify us about your travel plans, and this will prevent any card interruptions during your travel. You can view your card details online. This is a great benefit because you can receive it. You can upload your card details to your digital wallet if you have one, or you can use your card for online shopping. Now, the screenshot doesn't show it, but you can also use digital banking to let us know about any unauthorized charge on your card. There's a webinar on our website, an on-demand webinar that describes all the card management tools, and you can find it on the website. Next. So, in conclusion, if you have any questions about any of the benefits that I discussed today, and I know I discussed quite a lot, you can contact us at your convenience. A member service representative is available to assist you 24 hours a day, every day. You just need to click on the blue chat box that is in the right-hand bottom corner of your digital banking, and then you will be able to choose if you want to call, if you want to email, or even if you want to have a live web chat at your convenience. You can schedule an in-person or phone appointment. If you schedule a phone appointment, you will be able to choose an available time, and we will call you. And of course, last but not least, you can use digital banking to securely send us documents. If you're not enrolled in digital banking, visit unfcu.org/contact for discovered other ways you can connect with us, again, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Next. Yes, this brings us to an end. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and I believe we have some time left, so I would like to use it for questions.
Thank you, Valentina. It's been a very diverse and interesting presentation. We are getting a lot of questions. So I will not be able to, I don't think I'll be able to address them all right now, but we'll definitely take some time at the end to go over some of the questions. So one of the questions that we have is, can a non-family member be designated as a beneficiary?
Yes, it is possible, but as I mentioned, we do encourage you to designate as a beneficiary a family member because it will make things easier in the event that you pass by. You pass over, sorry.
Okay, thank you. So, one other question that we have is, I'm located in Europe and the person has a UNFCU savings account in the US. Do they have to pay taxes to the US government?
Okay, so UNFCU is a US financial institution. This means that we report to the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. And this means that we have to report to them all the accounts that we have, whether they are of a US citizen or a non-US citizen. If you are a US citizen, you will report to the IRS and you will probably be taxed. If you are not a US citizen, no, you will not be taxed by the US. Now, taxes is a very sensitive subject. There are lots of exceptions, lots of rules. So we always strongly encourage members to refer to their tax advisors. So what I said is a general rule.
Okay, thank you, Valentina. We have another question. So the question is, if my daughter should leave her UN job, will she be able to keep her UNFCU account for as long as she needs? And the same for, I would assume, the mother that is opened the account because her daughter introduced her.
Yes, what we say is once a member, forever a member. So as long as you meet the requirements when you establish your membership, whatever happens, you leave the UN, you relocate, you retire, you can keep the account at the same exact conditions. The account will follow you, whatever happens.
Excellent. Thank you, Valentina. So now we have a question in regards to loans. So the question is, if I have a fixed rate loan for 5 years, is it possible to apply for a new loan and get the new loan at the current interest rate? And another question that follows is, when I apply for the new loan, can I combine the previous loan with the new interest rate?
Okay, loans are always subject to approval, and there are many, many factors that have an impact on the decision. Having said this, yes, having one loan doesn't mean that you cannot apply for another loan, and if you are approved, the rate applied will be the one of the moment when you are approved. And yes, it is possible to combine certain types of loans. Again, loans, like taxes, are a very broad topic, and the answer is very specific to the single member. So this is more or less how it works. But if the person wants to know more, the best option is to send us an email or to reach out, and we will go together through this person's situation and give them a very, very precise answer.
Excellent. Thank you, Valentina. We have one question is, can we get a face-to-face appointment for those based in Geneva? I would presume it also is relative to the other regional offices that we have here in Europe.
Yes, we do offer in-person appointments. I will talk about specifically my office, maybe Joanna, then you can talk about Geneva. Because of the pandemic, we are in the FAO building, so there are restrictions to the access. The restrictions come from the FAO. But if you reach out to us, we will put you in touch with security. We'll have to get clearance from them, and then you will be able to access the premises. For Geneva, I guess Joanna will know more.
And I will answer for to Geneva. So yes, you can make an appointment with one of the representatives here at the UN building. You make the request online, and you do need to send us an email if you're not UN staff or you do not have a badge from one of the UN organizations. You will need to inform us at least 24 hours in advance of your visit so that we can inform security that you're coming, and then they will give you a temporary badge to be able to access the building. So you can use our functionality on our website. We have some more questions. I do think we have time. As our credit cards are issued in the US, can we use it also in Europe?
Yes, generally speaking, yes. Cards are accepted worldwide. If you encounter any issue, just let us know. But yes, again, as I mentioned during the presentation, keep in mind that for the Azure, every time you use the card outside the US, there's a 1% fee that is applied by Visa. The Elite does not have this fee.
So the fee would be applied when the Azure is the fee whether you withdraw from an ATM machine or whether you're making a payment. While for the Elite credit card, as long as you're making a purchase, there is no fee. But if you are to withdraw from an ATM machine, fees would incur at that point. Absolutely. Okay, thank you. I have some more questions. So one of the questions that I find also very interesting is if we leave our job, so if somebody is no longer working at the UN, but will then, has a job in the pipeline and will be hired by a private sector, can the person continue making his minimum loan payments, or will he have to pay it off?
No. As I said, the membership will follow you with the same conditions. Normally, there is a procedure for certain agencies. This is very specific. There are some agreements with certain agencies where if you terminate your job, you are supposed to pay off the loan. So we encourage you to let us know. But generally speaking, you can keep making your minimum payment.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Valentina. So I have a question now in regards to cards. Some of our members are facing delays receiving their debit cards or their credit cards because of the pandemic, other issues. We know the crisis that's going on in Afghanistan and unfortunately in Ukraine. Is there a way for them to be able to access that card information so that they can use it like a digital wallet or online purchases?
Yes, absolutely. Accessing the card management section on digital banking will give you access to the card's details, the necessary details to use the card at least for online purchases or to add it to your digital wallet. So yes, before you physically receive the card, you are able to see the details and so use the card.
Thank you, Valentina. So for all your participants out there, you can definitely access your card information by going to your digital banking card management and then access the information that you need. So we still have time for more questions. Try to find one that would be relevant for everybody. Is there a fee, which very interesting question, is there fees for opening an account or having accounts with the UNFCU?
That's a good question. Opening an account, keeping an account is absolutely free. As a credit union, you, as I mentioned, you are part owner, and for this, you have a $25 membership share. This amount would be on a specific account that doesn't bear any interest, and then if at some point you decide to close your account, you will receive it back. But that is a membership share. It's not a fee. It's a membership share that comes back to you if you close, in the event that you close the account.
Absolutely. Thank you. One more question would be, what documents do you need to apply for a membership?
That's a good question. Now, to establish a membership application, we need a government-issued identification, and this would be a passport, a residence permit, a driver license, or national ID. They have to contain a picture, photo, first and last name, date of birth, an ID number, and a signature. That's very important. And then we would need a copy of the UN contract or letter of appointment for active staff. For retirees, a pension fund statement.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So we have some more questions coming in. So the accounts are guaranteed up to 250,000. If a person were to have a joint account, let's say with the son or anybody from a close family member, would that guarantee be increased?
Yes, because it's $250,000 per member. I suggest maybe we can put it in the chat box that we put the link to the NCU section of our website, because that will provide a lot of examples of the different options for the insurance.
Okay, so you can get more information on our questions and answers page. So we still have some time ahead of us, so I'm going to continue asking questions. Thank you all for providing these very interesting questions. So we have an interesting question. Why does the checking account have a higher interest rate, up to $15,000, than the high yield savings or the savings account?
Well, it's again because we tend to create tiers on the accounts. So the more you deposit, but technically speaking, it doesn't really make sense to have a lot of funds on the checking account. It would be definitely more convenient to have your money on a high yield. Also because, this is my personal opinion, but not having a card eventually linked to the account will not encourage you to spend the money.
Excellent. Thank you, Valentina. So we have another question. So loans are available. We can get loans from UNFCU. What about mortgages?
We do offer mortgages, but just for property in the United States. Outside the United States, we have an international home loan, but it would be a loan, not a mortgage, because we cannot have a collateral outside the US.
Thank you. I do know that we also provide mortgages for people based in Nairobi, Kenya, and also in Entebbe in Uganda. There are options for mortgages. Unfortunately, here in Europe, we don't have that option. So I think I have practically reached the end of the questions. I think we already addressed whether we can use the UNFCU debit or credit card worldwide, and that answer was yes. And for me, that's it. Now we've answered all the questions, unless there are some more coming in. Ooh, there are more coming in, Valentina. I'm not going to let you go so quickly. So there is a question. Are UNFCU services open to staff member dependents, specifically wife, sons, daughters, siblings, parents, if they're eligible to open an account?
Yes, close family members can establish a membership, so spouse, children, grandchildren, parents, and siblings. I believe we should end our questions.
Okay.
Because
we reached the end of it.
More speakers, but again, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out, and you can find all the contact details on our website, and we'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you very much, Valentina, and I'll pass it on to Nisreen.